Thanks, both of you, for joining us. I'm going to start, if I may, with a couple of emails. It's got people going this. Barbara says, adultery, ? Which century are we living in? Was Diana an angel? Who cares about this issue? Camilla is brilliant. Penelope, a contrary view, how quickly people forget, she says. Sarah, what do you say?
Well, I don't think people have forgotten. I think there are still a large amount of diehard Princess Diana fans who remember how she was treated in that marriage. You know, we heard Diana go on television, say that there was 3 people in the marriage, one being Camilla, who was the other woman, as she referred to. And a poll today found that only 70% of Britons, 70% of Britons disagree with the Queen's plan to make Camilla the Queen consort and to give her this name of Queen. When Camilla and Charles married, at the time, you know, the public were a little bit disapproving, as we know. But the reason why they accepted the marriage was that they thought Camilla was going to be known as Princess Consort. And they said, oh, it's not great, but we can handle that. Fair enough. Now she's going to be Queen. And so I think this is sort of sticking in the throats of Diana fans who feel it's I don't know, disloyal to Diana's memory. And, I mean, Diana herself, you know, her greatest fear, well, one of her greatest fears was the thought of Camilla becoming Queen one day and taking that place that she may have had, you know, had Camilla not been involved in their marriage.
Rafe, just on the point about those die-hard fans, I remember when I was a royal correspondent, 1998, 1998, Kensington Palace Gardens, watching the historian, we've interviewed him here on a couple of occasions, David Starkey. He was led away from the live position where he was broadcasting, doing an interview, I think with the BBC, for his own safety by the police, because he dared to denigrate the memory of Diana, Princess of Wales. And there were literally some of those die-hard fans who were prepared to do him a harm, I think, had the police not intervened. But that's a long time ago, isn't it?
Well, yes, this is the point precisely. Sarah calls them, you know, die-hard Diana fans. I think they're deluded Diana fans, you know. It's time to move on. The poor woman has been dead for 25 years. If her children can accept Camilla, if her mother-in-law, the Queen, can accept it, why on earth are these people so obsessed about a woman they've probably never met, you know? It just goes back to that moment. You remember at the funeral, people were shrieking over the coffin of Diana as it passed by, when probably they hadn't even, you know, shed a tear over their great uncle or their grandmother dying. It's an absolutely irrational reaction people have, and I think it's quite sad and pathetic that 25 years on, people are obsessing about this. Camilla is such a wonderful consort and spouse to her husband. The Queen has seen this, her dedication to so many causes, from osteoporosis to rape to animal welfare. She has really done everything she can do to try to redeem herself in the public's eyes, if she needed to do that at all. No one can tell exactly what would have happened had Diana lived, but I'm pretty certain, you know, that all of the troubles of the 90s would eventually have faded away, and there would have been an amicable relationship between Diana and her ex-husband and Camilla, and everything would have been settled. And unfortunately, she died at the peak of those troubles, and many people in the public simply just need to get over it.